Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are in the Vladivostok. And you might notice something about the matchmaking. It's a little weird. Well, that goes because what I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming it's because people are playing that aren't actually playing cross network, which is annoying. If you're one of those people, stop doing it. You're breaking matchmaking. None of us want to be in these little tiny matches. Okay, if you want to go play by yourself, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm tired of getting put into these little tiny matches. It's annoying as hell. And I'll show you why after this match is over. But it's going to be a good one, guys, because anytime I'm not against the entire enemy team of 9 ships, I have good matches. You know, it's just the way it works out. Now, this one, I've got a little honorable mention. And that is to the Scharnhorst on my left. There is a Scharnhorst on my left, and he is going to come in clutch, mainly for being bait. Yep, he's going to do his job, and he's going to be bait. He's a tier 6 in a tier 7 match, and he's going to be bait. But I'm not so sure it's because he wants to be bait, but that's the way it works out. So, with that in mind, we're going to push up. It's domination match, so, you know, capture points matter, especially in these low player count lobbies. You want to make sure that you're maintaining capture points, because if you don't, you're gonna have a bad day. You want the lead as early as possible, and we've got a Tirpitz here broadside on, just giving it up, and so we're gonna try to give him a little bit. Now he's outside of our effective range, but we're still able to land a hit, get 9,300 damage. That's not too bad. Now remember, we are running a dispersion build on this. We are not running a brawler build. This is a full dispersion build, with the exception of the normal dispersion perk that you take, the third perk. We have the damage control perk instead, because I like to have an extra damage control, because I tend to get focused. However, he gets inside 11 kilometers, and watch this shot. Yeah. That was actually less damage, but that grouping was much better. So he just got lucky. And the closer he gets, the less lucky he's going to be. Now you can see, I know he has torpedoes, so I immediately start reversing, because I'm assuming he's just going to charge in here and try to torp me. But then I look off to my left, and I see that this Scharnhorst has the same idea. And between the two of them, they're going to go torp for torp. Wait for it. And beautiful shot. Taking a pretty good chunk off of him that time. Got him down to about half health. Now this is where he's got to be careful. He knows the Scharnhorst has torps as well, but it looks like one of our guys is going to manage to hit a torp here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like he avoided it. Unfortunate. But because he's starting to bow tank us a little bit, we're going to have to fire up into the superstructure. You can see we get another good chunk off of him. And here I thought he was going to keep turning, but then he just kind of settles into a bow tank on me. So once again, fire up into the superstructure. The good thing about the big tier battleships, especially the Americans and Germans, is that they have these ginormous superstructures, and they have a lot of hit points allocated to those superstructures. So even if you're getting overpins, you can get a lot of damage off of people just by shooting the superstructure. Not as good as shooting citadels, of course, but if you have to, you can do it. Now here, I just hold my fire because I wasn't 100% sure whether or not he was going to be able to take him down. Sure enough, he manages to get the torp on him, and unfortunately, he is broadside on to a Synop out there. Good news is Synop is broadside to me, so I get the shots off, and you can see the torps are on their way. We know they're coming. We're going to start turning in to make sure we don't get, you know, hit by them. I think he was out of range anyway, but just in case, we'll turn in, and we won't have to worry about him. Now what we're going to do here is push straight up into the base, start capturing the base, and then focus this Gneiseno for the moment. Now you'll notice on the map, a lot of our teammates came back to help. Now nobody jumped into B, which you can't really argue with, because this map is so small that jumping into B too early is actually a death sentence, because you can be crossfired from both sides of the map. There's not a whole lot. There is cover there. So technically he could get into B behind the island, but there's still a shot where that battleship is currently at A. He could potentially shoot our teammate. Now notice those two battleships at A look to be on a collision course, aren't they? They do look to be on a collision course currently. Now we have the Housery here. And I'm just trying to get a sneaky shot on him while he's not paying attention to see if we can't get him off the board, because a fire cruiser can go away anytime. I don't want him to stick around. But now that we've done that, we've got the rear gun ready to fire at the Gneisenau. We take the shot. Apparently we didn't hit the Algerie at all, but again, those two battleships today appear to be on a collision course, and they absolutely are, as you will see very, very soon. Down they go. Now, I don't know who was winning the fight, but it doesn't really matter, because a Jean Bart versus a Jean Bart and a ram equals 2 Jean Barts at the bottom of the ocean. And we can all rest a little easier. But I'm going to continue punishing this Gneisenau. And now, I'll be honest, when this ship first came out, the Gneisenau, that's the ship I'm talking about here, when it first came out, it was hot garbage. It was terrible. But whatever they did to it, and it's been a few updates now, but a few updates back, they buffed this thing and managed to get the armor working, and suddenly it turned into a tanky ship, which is nice. And I don't mind the Gneisenau anymore. It's still inaccurate with a brawler build, but at least it's survivable with a brawler build. And you can see I'm still trying to get rid of him. Unfortunately, just not having any luck at getting rid of him. He's on fire right now, so I'm like, okay, he's going to burn to death. We've got the Scharnhorst right there. We've got another battleship behind the Scharnhorst. They're all ready for him, so I'm going to go ahead and start making my approach for this Synop. We've already captured C, so we are going to be gaining points. The enemy is not, and we are going to be able to... worst case scenario, they don't finish the Gneisenau. You can see that Scharnhorst has no health left, but he's got enough. He's still alive. And the Synop here is not really... I mean, he's looking for me. He knows I'm here, but he's broadside on in a Synop. But you don't want to do that. Wait for it. Pow! He's lucky to survive that shot. Okay, let's be real. 3 penetrations midship, and he's very, very lucky to be alive. This is a Russian battleship. You do not give a broadside of your Russian battleship to a broadside of another Russian battleship, or a broadside of any battleship. Or you don't want to give your broadside in a Russian battleship to anybody, just like if you're an American. However, here goes, wait for it, pow! 3 citadels, devastating strike, down to the bottom of the ocean he goes, finishing the game with 152,000 damage done. And we got a kill. Not bad. But of course, we're bottom of the leaderboard because Jean Bart ramming each other is apparently much more skilled than what I put up in that match. Apparently, I just didn't do enough. Capturing the base, sinking a ship, getting a devastating strike, living through the battle, 152,000 damage. Yeah, just not enough done in this little tiny match. But as you can see, the total credits done. If I had not had premium time, I would have lost money in this match, with 152,000 damage done and taking almost no damage in return. That's why these stupid matches are stupid. So please, if you are a I don't want to play cross networks person, suck it up, Buttercup. Put it back on cross network play so that all of us can enjoy cross network games, rather than you trying to bring us all down into these little 5v5s, 3v3s. Nobody wants to play them. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.